Hello everyone, this is Dominic from RailroadRedo.com. I realize it's been a long time since I've given an update on my layout, so I figured I'd show some of the changes I've made. I've added or painted some of the water so it actually looks a little bit more realistic. I still need to put another layer of the Woodland Scenics water effects over the top of it to just create that shine that you get with water. And of course I have a lot more bushes and trees and stuff to put in here, which should make it look really cool. I believe I showed my log pond before, but here's another view. I noticed a few kind of weird areas in here where you see some cracks and such. I'll have to try to figure out how to fix that. I think my layers were too deep, too thick when I poured it in there, and that probably what caused that effect. Hopefully it's easy to fix. I'm thinking maybe if I just pour some more in there, that'll fix it, but we'll see. Not a whole lot's changed in here, other than I added some bushes and stuff in there. I think they look pretty good. I'll probably do some more just to really tie that scene together. Again, nothing much has changed. I've finally decided to weather up that building behind to make it look more realistic. I still need to paint the backdrop behind it to, get the effect of something actually in there. Maybe I'll stick a picture behind the window, I'm not sure. Look over the meatpacking plant. I've got quite a few more cows and, well, some more exotic animals. My wife went to the local zoo and keeps her eyes out for things like, the giraffe there in the back and the lovely gorilla right here in the front. I think that might cause a problem for the cows, but we'll see. I removed some of the tractors and stuff that were here, moved them to another place on the layout. I'll show you that shortly. There's one of my Jeep 9s. It's an old model, so you can tell it's actually wider than it should be, but whatever, it works. View of the ice house, which I'm sure you've all seen before. And then here's where we really get to where the changes have been since last time. Here's a kit that my wife got me. I created the sign for it in can't really say memory because they're still up there, but a friend of mine growing up used to run a fruit and vegetable stand, so I thought it was appropriate to name it after them. Printed out using the sign creator, or no, I'm sorry, advertiser from Evans Designs. Some pretty interesting software for model railroads. There's another kit which that my wife got me for Christmas a couple years ago. A very fun kit to build. Very difficult. All the gingerbread was white metal castings. Really turned out. My intention is I'll probably remove one of the layers of the foam there to drop it down a little bit, and then scoot it a little bit to the left and then create a hillside so it'll overlook the city. Now I think I've got it down to where I get all the buildings where I want them to create my street, so I need to start actually laying in a street and sidewalks and all that to really tie it together. But I've got at least the buildings mostly painted. There still need some details like signs and stuff. I need to finish the roofs on them. So far they're just painted, but I tried to create several different effects, use it to bring out the unique characteristics of each building. This is one of my favorite, how this back wall turned out. I mean, it just looks... I've seen walls that look just like it. And then, of course, you come to the front of it, I figured, that's a well-up-cut building. I think I'll put a nice interior in here. It should look really cool. By the way, these are a mixture of the Walther's kits, the cornerstone DPM models. There's all sorts of different kits that have had some modifications and stuff done to them. Very minor for the most part. Most of it's just painting to get them into the effects. This one I like how it turned out as far as the adding the random picking out a couple of bricks to create the random effect in there. I think it looks pretty good. And this is the building I've done most recently. I thought it turned out pretty good. My intention is to make it like a, kind of a cab company or something. This will be all sorts of weeds and such in here to make it look all rough, and that should be interesting. Over here we've got Betty's Diner, which really fun kit to build. This is a Barb Mills kit. Surprisingly easy to build considering how all the detail and stuff in it. Very well made kit, and so reminiscent of those old diners. And of course I got my Icky Joe's motorcycle. That's a I guess you would say it's a pet nickname for one of my uncles growing up, who was always into motorcycles and stuff during that period, so I thought it was appropriate to build this motorcycle dealer repair shop or something and name it in honor of him. Added some of the extra motorcycles are from some of those motorcycles are from Woodland Scenics, white metal castings kits. Should look pretty cool. Another Woodland Scenics kit, which I realize I knocked the semaphore arm off there, but it is laying there. I kept the original name with it just because I thought it would be really ironic to, I don't think I'll do it in this case, but maybe to name it Osage Flats and then put a nice cliff face behind it or something ironic like that doesn't really fit. My favorite sign from Bar Mills ever, the Miracle Chair Company. If it's a good chair, it's a miracle. Another Bar Mills kit. And then over here, Macons, however you want to pronounce it, is a Walder's kit. One of their laser kits. Really easy to build, not bad considering the very low price. I don't remember exactly what it was. The Bertani's Billiards from JL Innovative Studios, I think is the name of the company that did it. I did this a long time ago, added a partial interior. If you see in here, my barber, you can actually see the barber has his back to us, but there's actually a guy behind him in the chair. You just barely make him out there. And the Coke machine inside. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. Another interesting effect on this one, I'm not sure if we can see it, but see it has nice clean paint on this side. Well, if you go around the back, you look at the paint's all messed up and stuff. I just wanted to do that to create the contrast, and I've seen so many old buildings where they paint up the front of it so it'll hold nice, but you go around behind it, it's all messed up. I'm still working on this area of it to try to figure out exactly what I want to do. I know I'll put some sort of factory scene like there. Maybe I'll use some of those parts or not. I'm not sure. I'll probably leave these two buildings. They'll paint them differently to create this end scene with my packing plant. Produce and stuff is what it's for. And there we go. Whoa, that doesn't show up well in the light. This was one of the buildings from the what was it? Shack Pack, I believe it was called, from Bar Mills. Very cool little shed. And got the nice sag in the roof and everything. I thought that was really cool how they did that. There's another one from that series with a couple of a rail car behind it and a Woodland Scenics tractor and an outhouse. The outhouse is actually came in one of the Walder's kits, if I remember correctly. And then the third little shack, again with the details here. So you got my first bridge, which of course I need to paint and weather. I'm still playing with the rock castings to build the face in there correctly. Another area, another one of my bridges. And then coming around the third bridge, which I still need to weather up, and I'll probably letter it for the GOP, just to make it look really cool. And then here's the area that I'm the most proud of so far, and that is the my logging camp area is really starting to turn out well. This is one of the Sierra West scale models, logging camp essentials with a bunch of other stuff added into it. So, and a bunch of Sierra West scale models kits, which are these right here in the front. So you've got a dull beer donkey engine. I don't remember what type of truck it was. Those were really popular, kind of a half track. Yeah, and then got the shovel. I'm really pleased with the detail that was built into these kits. Buildings. Figured I'd add some people. I still need to add a few more in there. I use the name Deer Creek because that's what came with the kit, and I really didn't care what the name of it is. Maybe I'll change it in the future, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make that much difference to me. Then we'll come out here. Got just some random railroad cars. And then these cars are actually from another Sierra West scale model kits, which is their backwoods work train. And so these are just a couple of cars from it that I built quite a while ago. Really enjoyed putting those kits together. It took a long time, but just the amount of detail that you get off of these is incredible. All the resin castings. And some more models from Rio Grande models, which are back there. One of my favorite ones, which is a Buckeye Trencher. I was really happy with how these models came out. The level of detail is just incredible. And of course there are still a lot more details to add into this scene to really bring it together and give that kind of look of something that's been there for quite a while. You know, put the little paths in, a couple of people walking in. These are trees that are, I was more kind of looking for the area. I still need to paint them and flock them and that. But they're turning out pretty good. Some more of the bunkhouses and such. And wouldn't be fun without the famous moonshine still. I'll put some trees and stuff around there, but make it so you can kind of sneak in and see it. I just think it's kind of cool. Neat little Woodland Scenics kit. And we'll come back up here. Look at one of the old Holt tractors. Now this one was really cool because to get the weathering effect on it, I just painted up the model fairly simply, and then went back over it, sprayed it with Dull Coat, and then went back with just regular isopropyl alcohol once the Dull Coat had dried, and just dripped it on the areas that I wanted to turn white. And as you can see, it just adds this look like this machine's just been sitting there for years and years and years. I thought that was really cool. Well, thank you everyone for listening to me ramble on and looking at how my model railroad is coming along, which, as I mentioned in the past, is named the GOP, which stands for the Get Out and Push Railroad. Thanks for watching. Bye.